What was the difference tonight in being able to pull this one off?
Well, just possession by possession, our guys focus. I think other than one possession, I'd like to take back. I think in general we followed and executed the game plan, the task, especially defensively. I'm really proud of our group defensively. We tried to switch a few things up defensively down the stretch, to throw at Edwards, and obviously he's fantastic. But our guys battled, got stops when we needed to, big stops down the stretch, and then we executed offensively. I mean, I can go through the list of guys that made plays down the stretch. Obviously, Sadiq made huge plays. Rice was massive in that fourth quarter. DQ hit big shots. Murph's gravity. Zion making plays down the stretch, big free throws. So it was a full team win. It wasn't just one guy, but really proud of the group. They've stuck together. We understand we're going to have to win clutch games to win games, and really proud of our group that we continue to put ourselves there, and we're learning how to close. And win or lose, we'll learn from this and get better.
Dominating team early in the third. What was the conversation you had with the team at that point?
One possession at a time. It's a long game. Stay poised. The biggest thing for us is not to lose our heads, just to stay poised. Long game, possession by possession. Number one, quality shots. That was huge for us. Challenging Gobert in the first half was not successful, and I think we cleaned that up in the second half. We were getting good shots. Our defense picked up, and then I think what brought us home was our defense tonight. 45-point. Defensive effort there in the second half. So I think more than anything, just keep our poise and stay together.
Casey mentioned to me at halftime about changing some things up on Edwards. You just mentioned. What were kind of some of the things that went into what you guys did in the second half?
Well, Edwards, we had played him well at home, and we were very disruptive with him at home those last two games. And I didn't feel our aggression as much on him. We tried with her being back to play him a little bit more straight up. Second half, we got a little bit more aggressive on him, double teaming him, scrambling. And I think it just overall picked up our aggression, especially there in that third quarter. That got us back into the game. And then obviously you had a big fourth quarter. But a couple good adjustments and, a little bit of zone as well to close the game.
Just what do you think of the job that Eve did on him late? Getting on taking the switch and being able to contest.
Yeah.
Huge stop for him.
Huge stop. Big time possession right there. To stay in front of him, not foul, made him make a tough shot, rebounded the ball, and I think they even got an offensive rebound. We were still able to get a second stop there. Obviously you want to get the first one, but Eve was fantastic to close. DQ got us there. We went a little bit of defensive sub there, and Eve produced, got us a big stop.
And then just to say, I know we've talked much about Bryce and being in the lineup, out the lineup, in the lineup, out the lineup, but the job he's able to do after so many inactive games to be able to give you the minutes he was able to give tonight?
Well, we've seen the work behind the scenes. Every day he's working. He's playing in the conditioning league, getting his workouts in. He's ready for the moment, and we could have gone to him early in the last couple of weeks. But I think this is his moment, his time now. Now he'll hopefully get converted. But he was fantastic. His poise, his aggression, his confidence. He made couple huge shots for us, to give us the lead, to give us a little bit of a cushion. He belongs out there. I thought he did a good job on Ant too, guarding. He's a two-way player. We need to build two-way players. He's one of those guys that can play both sides of the ball.
DQ had just hit 10 shots from deep all year. At 4 for 4 tonight. They're giving him some open looks. We're telling him to just keep shooting.
He's working on it. He's working on it. Ultimately, we need him to make those shots and take those shots. For us to be successful long term. To space the floor off of Z and trust it. He looked confident when he shot it, and he's been putting the time in. That's the focus he's been putting in. So I think once the first one went through, he got more and more confidence. The last one, he knew it was going in. You could see the confidence.